Hi, my name is Prasichik Ogabionsa from San Roque, Daram, Samar, currently living here in Catbalogan City. My course is Bachelor of Science in Information Technology in Samar State University. I'm here to answer some questions about career aspirations and future goals. Career aspirations and future goals. What do you envision yourself doing in the next 5 years? How do you plan to achieve those goals? I see myself that I aim to establish in my teaching career, improving skills through experience and professional development. How has your family or community influenced your career choices? I look up upon the situations in my community, and it's very poor and it's very sad because a lot of people need to be educated, especially children. And that's why they've inspired me by emphasizing the value of education and mentorship. What skills do you think are most important for your future career? The most important skills in my future career is on how to communicate properly, adaptability, problem solving, and teamwork. If you have these factors, you can able to surpass all circumstances in the future. Education and learning experience. How do you feel your education is preparing you for the future workforce? It feels like they're gonna make every student more capable in reality because they train about the future. Education provides us essential knowledge and practical skills, but real world experience is equally important. What changes would you like to see in the school system to better prepare youth for the real world challenges? The changes that I would like to see in the school system is incorporating financial literacy and emotional intelligence and critical thinking into the curriculum. Have you ever felt that school did not address important life skills like financial literacy or emotional intelligence? Yes, this topic often seems overlooked but are critical for success. I feel like dejectedly because school did not address this kind of life skills. Look at now. A lot of students can't even know how to manage financial literacy and emotional intelligence. How has social media influenced your self image or the way you present yourself online? It creates pressure to maintain a polished image, but also help me to connect with others. Do you think social media is more positive or negative for your generation? Why? It may be both because it fosters connections but can lead to mental health issues and misinformation. How do you balance staying connected online with maintaining healthy offline relationships? By setting time limits for social media and prioritizing face to face interactions. Peer pressure and decision making. Have you ever felt pressure by your peers to make decisions you weren't comfortable with? How did you handle it? Yes, I stood my ground by clearly expressing my values. What advice would you give to someone struggling with peer pressure? Stay, stay true to yourself and seek support for trusted friends or adults. How do you stay true to your values in the face of societal pressure? By reminding myself of my goals and the long term consequences of my decisions. Mental health and well being. How do you manage stress and anxiety as a young person to exercise mindfulness and talking to supportive friends or family. How do you think schools and workplaces do enough to address youth mental health? What improvements would you suggest? No. More open discussions and accessible mental health resources are needed. How has the conversations around mental health evolved among your peers in recent years? It's more normalized and seeking help is no longer as stigmatized. Youth and activism. Do you feel that young people have enough influence in driving social change? Why or why not? Yes, especially with social media amplifying their voices, but more involvement is needed. What social or political issues are most important to you and why? Um, education, education reform and climate change, because as they have impact future generations. How do you participate in activism or advocacy, whether in person or online? By raising awareness online and volunteering in local initiatives. Diversity and inclusion. How important it is for you to work or study in an environment that values diversity and inclusion. Um, Extremely important as it promotes fairness and broader perspectives. Have you ever experienced or witnessed discriminations in school or social settings? How did you respond? Yes, a lot. A lot of times that I witness this kind of situations in school. I address it by supporting the affected person and reporting the issue. What can school and communities do to create more inclusive space for youth of all backgrounds? Educate on cultural awareness and enforce anti-discrimination policies.
What do you envision yourself doing in the next 5 years? And how do you plan to achieve those goals? In the next 5 years, I have growth from my career and continue learning and creating more opportunities. How has your family or community influenced your career choices? Family gives me confidence to take risks or follow my passions. What skills do you think are most important for your future career? Uh, any skills, universal skills, which I can be, where I can be more active and will all around. How do you feel your education is preparing for your future workplace? I feel like for my education, I feel like I'm knowledgeable and being exposed to other fields because I'm a physical education student. I feel like I'm exposed to other fields. I enjoy exploring any sports games and any subject that is connected to physical education. How has social media influenced your self-image or the way you present yourself online? So social media influenced me by being confident, like expressing myself through video and post it to online. Do you think social media is more positive or negative for the generation? Why? For me, I think that social media is positive because it helps me to become more aware and updated about what's happening to our surroundings. Next, how do you balance staying connected online with maintaining healthy offline relationships? I balance this by time by and through time management. Have you ever felt pressured by your peers to make decisions you weren't comfortable with? How did you handle it? Right now, I don't feel any pressure because I take my responsibilities with fun. What advice would you give to someone struggling with peer pressure? My advice to someone who is struggling with peer pressure is that to be relaxed and you have to calm yourself so that you can think more wiser and you can think more right decision. How do you stay true to your values in the face of peer or societal pressure? For me, it's staying true to my values would require a combination of self-awareness, resilience, and thoughtful strategies. How do you manage stress and anxiety as a young person? Well, as a young person, I enjoy my studies so that I don't feel any pressure and that's it. Do you feel that young people have enough influence in driving social change? Why or why not? Young people have potential to drive social change, but the extent of their influence depends on variety for both empowers and limiting. What political issues are most important to you and why? For me, it's about mental health awareness because mental health awareness is very important. Um, lalo na sa quality of life because health awareness improves the quality of life. And next, how do you participate in activism or advocacy, whether in person or online? Well, I would say in online because in online I will raise awareness like informative post, not fake post. Next, how important is it for you to work studying environmental values, diversity, and inclusion? For me, it is so important to study because it promotes to have uh, fairness and equality, and bias and not merit. Have you experienced or witnessed discrimination in school or social settings? How did you respond? In school, yes, I've experienced discrimination in our school, and I I saw that it was an equal treatment. And and first and first I ensure that the person that feels first I ensure that the person feels safe and supported. I speak up to bring awareness to that issue. At what age do you think young people should start learning about budgeting, saving, and investing? For me, I think young people should start investing, budgeting uh, in 12 to 14 years old. Last one, what role do you think youth should play in addressing global environmental issues? I think it is by advocacy and activism, where the people should participate in an organizational process like movement to draw attention to climate issues and pressure the governments and corporations to take an actions.